The media outnumbered actual protesters at the pro-Apple rally in front of Apple's Fifth Avenue store Tuesday evening. Perhaps it was the bad weather, but only about a dozen protesters came out to show their support for Apple. The company has refused a court order from the FBI that asked them to hack into the iPhone of one of the killers of the San Bernardino shooting case.
It's about the security of the smartphones that hundreds of millions of people use every day, and that's used by political protesters, by journalists, and by human rights advocates in other countries who all support cryptography in their devices for their security.
Protesters held flyers that said "Don't break our phones" and converted their smartphones into glowing protest banners. They argued having Apple create a key for the FBI would be a slippery slope that could eventually put everyone's privacy at risk.
So we definitely know that surveillance is unfair, that it doesn't actually stop terrorism, but it actually just increases criminalization, especially in communities of color.
I think they're compelling Apple to do something that they shouldn't be responsible to do. And I think if the FBI gets what they want, it sets a precedent that could be dangerous for our country and would definitely be dangerous for citizens in other countries.
Meanwhile, Republican candidates have voiced their support of the FBI, saying it's about protecting the national security of the United States.
Well, let me tell you, their brand is not superior to the national security of the United States of America.
Similar protests were carried out in over 30 different states in the United States. For now, Apple has asked that the court order be dropped and said they're willing to take it to the Supreme Court if needed. In Manhattan, for Reboot New York, I'm Larisa Casillas.